Let us see example 1.13. An early model of an atom considered it to have a positively charged point nucleus of charge Ze. In the earlier model of atom, it was having a positive charge, point like positive charge as a nucleus, and which was having Ze charge. Z is the atomic number and E is the charge of electron. So the charge of this nucleus becomes Ze. You can see here is the point like charge. Though it is not exactly shown as point like, but we have to consider it as a just very point like charge. You can see positive charge is shown and the charge is Ze. This was surrounded by an uniform density of negative charge up to radius capital R. In that model, the atom was having a nucleus at the center and it was surrounded by negative charge having radius capital R. You can see these are all the negative charge and it is surrounding this nucleus. The atom as a whole is neutral. It was already known that atom is neutral. For this model, what is the electric field at the distance small r from the nucleus? We need to find out what is the electric field at a distance r from this nucleus. Now here there can be basically two distance r. The distance r what is said here can be two. One can be inside this atom. Here you can see this is a point P1 which is inside this atom at a distance let us say R1 and another point is P2 which is at a distance R2. So we will find out electric field at P1 and P2 both. So let us solve this all. First we'll find out the charge, this one. This is the charge surrounding the nucleus. Obviously it will be minus Ze. We can say it is minus Ze. The reason is that the charge at the nucleus is Ze and the whole atom is neutral, that is non already, and it is mentioned here that the atom as a whole is neutral. So this can be minus Ze. So amount wise the charge is Z. And also we can say the uniform charge density is rho. The charge, the negative charge around the nucleus is uniformly distributed. That was the model. And so we can take here the volume charge density rho. Now using all this stuff, we can find out the equation of this charge Ze. We can write Ze, that is the charge, is equal to volume into density, and the volume will be here 4 by 3 pi r cube into density rho. See, we are talking about this portion, so the volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Let me clarify one thing, that I have not considered the volume of this nucleus because the nucleus is said to be point like, and though here it is not shown as a point like, but we have to consider it as a point like, and so the volume of this portion is not considered while calculating this charge, the negative charge q. I am just putting the equation of the magnitude of this Ze, and that's why it is volume into density and 4 by 3 pi r cube. From this you can write rho will be equal to 3 Ze upon 4 pi r cube. Now using this stuff, that is the charge density, we can find out electric field at these 2 points. The first point, as I said, is inside the atom, that is point P1 at a distance R1. So A, that is electric field at point P1 at distance R1, where R1 is less than R. So this will be the first equation of electric field. For this, obviously, we have to use the Gaussian equation. We know that closed integration E dot dA is equal to Q upon epsilon 0. But using this equation is possible only when we decide the Gaussian surface. So first I have to decide a Gaussian surface that is passing through this point P1. So here is the Gaussian surface I am taking, passing through this point P1 and having radius R1. Now, because this is concentric with the nucleus, the electric field on the whole Gaussian surface will be same in magnitude. Now the left hand side of the Gaussian equation is closed integration EdA. I'll put here E1 dA. Here I am not taking the vector form because vector form will just give us the direction of electric field. So I'll just take the scalar form closed integration EdA, E1 dA, where E1 is the electric field on this whole surface, Gaussian surface. Now because it is concentric, the distance is R1 from the center to any of the place on this surface. That's why the electric field E1 can be taken as constant. So I can just put it outside of the integration and can write closed integration dA. But when we say closed integration dA, that is the total surface area of the Gaussian surface, and so it will be like this, 4 pi R1 square, because the total area of this Gaussian surface will be 4 pi R1 square because the radius is R1. This was the left side. Now let us go for the right hand side of this equation. We know it is simply Q upon epsilon 0, where Q is the total charge inside this Gaussian surface. Now that is an important point. See, inside this Gaussian surface there are two charges. One is the positive charge Ze of the nucleus and another is the negative charge of this portion of atom which is inside the Gaussian surface. So first of all, let me name this charge as Q1. This is the negative charge inside this Gaussian surface, that is Q1. So we can write this equation for Q1, that is volume into density. So I will name it like volume V1 into density rho. But volume V1 will be equal to 4 by 3 pi R1 cube and density rho. But at the place of rho, I will put this equation what we have already derived. So that will be 3Ze upon 4 pi capital R cube. Obviously, you will get Q1. See, 4 pi and 3 will be cancelled out. So the remaining term is Ze R1 cube upon, this will be here only capital R cube. So this is the equation of Q1. Now coming back to the right hand side, as I said, this capital Q is Ze minus Q1. This is the charge of the nucleus, that is plus Ze, and this is Q1 surrounding that nucleus, but inside this Gaussian surface, that is Q1, that is negative. So I have to put here, for Q I have to put here Ze minus this Q1. Now this Q1 itself is also having Ze. So solving this, we can write like Ze upon epsilon 0. and then remaining term is, here it will be just 1, and here the remaining term will be minus r1 cube upon capital R cube. This is our right side. Now we can compare this right side and left side. Before we go for the next page, remember this term. This is the right side, E1 4 pi r square, r1 square, and the right side is Ze upon epsilon 0, 1 minus r1 cube upon capital R cube. So we will compare both of them in the next page. Now the left side was E1 4 pi r1 square, and the right side was Ze upon epsilon 0, 1 minus r1 cube upon capital R cube. Now we can place this term in the denominator at the right side, and so the final equation of E1 can now be written as Ze upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into bracket 1 upon r1 square minus r1 upon capital R cube. Here is the final equation of electric field inside atom at a distance r1, where r1 is less than capital R. Now let's find electric field at point P2 at distance R2, where R2 is greater than capital R. That means this point is outside the atom. You can see here it is shown, this is the point P2. Again we have to use the Gaussian equation, and so obviously we have to pass a Gaussian surface through this point P2. So here I am drawing a Gaussian surface, let me adjust it, through this point P2. It is having a radius R2. Now the left hand side of the Gaussian equation is close integration E2 dA, where E2 is the electric field on the Gaussian surface. Obviously it will be same everywhere, so I will again put it outside the integration and close integration dA. So I'll get E2 close integration dA will be 4 pi r2 square. That is the total area of the Gaussian surface, 4 pi r2 square. Now the right hand side of the Gaussian equation is q upon epsilon 0, but the q is the total charge inside this Gaussian surface. Now the whole atom is inside this Gaussian surface, and as a whole the total charge of atom is 0. That's why q will be 0 and the whole right side will be 0. Now if we compare left hand side and right hand side, obviously E2 will be 0, because the left side is E2 4 pi r square r2 square, but the right side is 0, so E2 will be 0. So this is the electric field at a point R2 which is greater than capital R. That means it is outside the atom. One more thing to be noted, at the very surface of the atom, that means, let me take it as a note, at small r is equal to capital R, on the very surface, when we are saying on the very surface of the atom, small r becomes capital R, the electric field will be 0. The reason is, even if you take the point, let us say P2, on the very surface of the atom, means if this point P2 is here on the surface, then we will be taking a Gaussian surface exactly passing from the surface of the atom. And in that case also, the total charge enclosed by this Gaussian surface will be 0, and that's why the electric field at that point, means on the very surface of the atom, will also be 0.